More AI tools didn't make me faster, fewer did. Here is what survived and what I stopped using this year. Last year, my stack was 4 tools: ChatGPT, Stitch, Claude, and Cursor. Today is really just one, and I put my money where my mouth is. I bought a $100 Claude plan, but I have to mention that I also keep other two alive. Barely, and by the end I will tell you why I might cancel them too. I'm a full-time software engineer, so I test these AI tools on real code. And this year I stopped using most of them. So first, what I dropped, then the one tool that quietly runs all my day, then the two I cannot quite quit yet. Stick around for the last part, because one of them is cheap, one of them is sneaky, and both of them on the chopping block. Start with the cuts. 2 tools left my stack this year. Stitch, Google's prompt to UI tool, that I covered few times on this channel. Honestly, recently I barely used it. Now I describe a screen and I get editable designs without leaving Claude. So Stitch is gone. And ChatGPT used to be like my personal assistant. Day-to-day questions, planning, all of it. That entire job moved to Claude. So that's gone too. And yeah, I tried OpenClaw for running agents remotely. But Claude's dispatch already covers that for me. And it's enough for me, I don't need OpenClaw anymore. Same with Codex and Google's anti-gravity. I tested them, write code with them, and even I cover them on my channel. Neither made my daily stack. So what's left? One tool does almost everything now. Let me show you why I went all in. Claude is not just a tool in my stack. It is my stack now. I leaned in hard enough to buy a $100 subscription. On purpose, because one subscription covers 4 jobs: personal assistant, coding, content, and design. Everything under one umbrella. Because in 2026, the question is not which model is smartest. It is which one you trust with which job. And the timing is wild. Opus 4.8 just dropped. It hit a record 69% on the main agent coding benchmark, higher than GPT 5.5. Anthropic also shipped dynamic workflows. Claude planning the job, spinning up hundreds of sub-agents, checking its own work. And here is the tell. Anthropic says over 80% of code in their real product written by Claude. When the company building it ships with it, that's the signal you cannot fake. And with Dispatch I can fire a task on my phone and it runs on my laptop. I can be anywhere and I can spin up task on my laptop. And with Cowork I have routine jobs that just runs weekly without me. That actually helps me a lot with content creation, because Claude always fetch recent analytics from my channel. Inside Claude I run separate projects, one for content, one for products I'm building. Each one already knows the full context, so I don't need to explain things again and again. Design used to mean leaving the stack. Not anymore. I point it at my repo, it reads my actual React components and designs in my system. Then I can hand it off to other tools. So Claude runs my whole day, which raises a fair question. If one tool does all that, why I'm still paying for 2 more? Hold that thought and tell me in the comments what you will do. Then let me show you why they survived. 2 subscriptions survived, not because I love them, because each does exactly one job better than Claude. For now. Cursor stays for one reason, their own model, Composer 2.5. It matches the big models on coding benchmarks, at roughly a tenth of the cost of the token. So for heavy, repetitive code, it is stupid cheap to run. That is the whole case. And ChatGPT stays for 2 small reasons. 1. Images. Their new image model genuinely got better. 2. I'm testing a tool called Hermes Agent for my content creation. By the way, I have overview of it on my channel. So if you're curious to know what it is, please take a look. So the thing is that you can use your ChatGPT subscription with this Hermes Agent. To be honest, it's pretty convenient for this testing purpose. That's the whole stack. Now the part I have to be honest about. Betting this hard on Claude is lock-in. If Anthropic stumbles, I'm exposed. That's the real risk. And the crazy part, the only thing keeping Cursor alive is that cheap model. The catch under the catch, Composer is built on the Chinese open model. Make of that what you will. Which brings me to the thing I keep circling. I might just cancel both. Run Anthropic only. One subscription, one context, fewer moving parts. Two things are stopping me. Composer's cost on the coding side, and ChatGPT partly for images. Partly because I'm mid-test on Hermes. Once those resolves, both struggles are gone the same day. I haven't pulled the trigger, but I can see the version of my stack that is just Anthropic, clearly. So here is the real takeaway. In 2026, you don't pick a tool, you pick an ecosystem, because the entry prices are basically identical. $20 gets you into any of them. I just chose to pay more for the higher tier of Claude, because it does everything I need in one place. And the top models, they trade benchmark wins every other week. On raw results, it close to a wash. There is a new model or tool dropping every week right now. Chasing each one is a trap. My honest opinion, right now Anthropic and Google are the best ecosystems. OpenAI's third. For code, content, design, and daily work, Anthropic covers all of it for me. The other two on a borrowed time. And notice that Cursor is not even in that ranking. It's not a full ecosystem, it's a coding specialist. I keep it for one job for now. We will see what happens next. So tell me, would you go all in on one ecosystem? Or keep a cheap coder like Cursor on a side? And which ecosystem are you betting on? Anthropic, Google, or OpenAI? Tell me below. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot to grow it. Thank you for watching and see you in a week.